So there's a crazy story out of South Carolina where a teacher gets arrested for slapping an elementary school kid. But it seems like there's more to the story than meets the eye. We're going to get into that. But first, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. And with that being said, let's hit it.
Sumter County teacher who's now behind bars charged with cruelty to children. According to an incident report from the sheriff's office, Sharon Benson was arrested after smacking a student in the face 2 times on January 6th to get the student to wake up. This happened at Lamira Elementary School. The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom, was pushed into the hallway, and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times. The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head. Sumter County School District says that she was placed on administrative leave on January 7th, and she resigned 3 days later. A statement from the district says in part, quote, "The conduct of this employee is not indicative of Sumter School District's values and how we serve our children." To stay up to date with this story.
So, you heard what they said. A teacher slapped the kids. The teacher fell asleep in the classroom. Then he was pushed out into the hallway. Another teacher slapped him in the face 2 times to get him to wake up, and they're charging this teacher with cruelty to a student. So, what I want to do, I want to actually read this article right quick. This is from the WBTV.com, and it reads: Elementary school teacher arrested after reportedly slapping student in South Carolina. There's a little bit more to this story, so that's why I wanted to read it. It said alleged slap happened at Lamira Elementary School in Sumter. It said an elementary school teacher in South Carolina was arrested this week after she allegedly hit a student in the face twice. The teacher, Sharon Louise Benson, she's an older lady. Hopefully they'll show her picture, was accused of hitting a student in an attempt to wake them up on Monday, January 6th. Sister station WIS reported. She was arrested more than a week later on January 14th. WIS said an incident report stated the student at Lamar Elementary School in Sumter had fallen asleep in another teacher's class and was pushed into the hallway. Once in the hallway, the report said the student felt Benson poking her chest before she slapped the student's face. The slap reportedly made the student fall onto the floor and hit their head. 3 days after the alleged slap, Sumter police talked with the student and their aunt at a nearby hospital. Damn. The aunt told police their family was not told about the incident until January 8th, 2 days after it reportedly happened. Quote, this should have, they're going to lay it right there. Oh, man, remind me of like grandmother or somebody. Dang. This should have never happened in South Carolina. This should never happen to anyone's child in any school anywhere in the world, lawyer Todd Rutherford told WIS. For a child to literally be sitting and be assaulted by a teacher so hard that they fall to the floor is disturbing as a parent, is disturbing as a lawmaker, and it's disturbing as a lawyer. While looking over the security footage, police said they saw the student get pushed into the hallway in an office chair. The video then showed Benson come into the hallway, tap the student, and slap the right side of her face 2 times. The Sumter School District told WIS that Benson was placed on administrative leave on January 7th and resigned on January 10th. In a statement provided to the station, the district said Benson's conduct was not indicative of his values. Sumter County jail records show that she is no longer in custody. Now, let's get into some things. We're going to show y'all this later so y'all can understand. Maybe y'all can understand some of the stuff I'm about to say. So there are a few things that I don't understand that seem to be missing. Maybe y'all can fill me in on the details. One, kid, was it 5th grade? In the other story, I guess, say he's 5th grade, 10-year-old, fell asleep in class. First question is, why is a 10-year-old sleeping in class? If that's the case. If that's the case, then there needs to be an investigation about what's going on in the house. Now, they said that his aunt is the one who they talk to, which means this child lives with his aunt, so he's not living with his mother, father, grandparents, or whatever, or his aunt is his representative. So if he is living with a mother, father, grandparent, they couldn't get away from work, didn't feel as important enough to go see about this kid. But anyway, that's not what it was. I'm sure he stayed with the aunt. So the aunt goes, so they talk to the aunt. Why is the child sleeping in class? Could the child be up at night playing TikTok, Roblox, watching YouTube? without no supervision because it's not the aunt's child, so she don't care. And he's up all night. And so he don't know when to go to sleep and get up in the morning, go to school. She has a hard time getting him ready for school. He gets in the class, and then next thing you know, he falls asleep because he's so sleepy that he can't even wake up when the classroom he's in, the teacher can't even wake him up, which causes the teacher to put him in the office chair because, I was told maybe they have like roller chairs in the classroom. Oh no, hell no. You never put a child in a rolling chair in the classroom. Now maybe times have changed. I don't know. They try to make it easy for the kid, make it fun for the kid. But when I was growing up, you ain't gonna never put no elementary kid in no dang on me rolling chair. You know why? Because they'll be rolling around the dang on me classroom all day, and then they'll do some stupid crap and fall and hit their head, bust their head, bust their tail, and now the school is being sued. So undoubtedly, this was a teacher's chair that somehow the teacher put the boy in a chair. Now he's rolling him down the hall. First, I thought it was that he pushed him out into the hall, like pull a chair out. 'Cause sometimes kids be bad. You just pull them into the hallway and sit them there. No, he was rolling this child down the hall. Where was he going? Was he going to Miss Benson's class, or was he going to the office or to the nurse's office? He was pushing this boy somewhere, rolled by Miss Benson's class. She saw it, probably asked, "What's wrong with him?" Can't wake him up. The kid said he felt her poke his chest, and then he felt her slap him 2 times in the face. Next thing he know, he like wakes up somewhere. What's missing from that, ladies and gentlemen, is he didn't say he saw her do it. He didn't say it. She hit it. She poked him in the chest, and he woke up and said something. Nowhere in this story does it say that. He said he felt it poking, and then she slapped him. This woman here slapped him so hard that he fell out the chair. Here's what I think what really happened, and this is a sad, unfortunate part about this. I'm thinking this boy was having some kind of, he's either narcoleptic or he was having some kind of medical emergency, quite possibly a seizure. Not really the kind of seizure that you think, not like a grand mal seizure where they get to shaking and no shaking and biting their tongue, eye on the back of their head. But no, sometimes people can be standing there, sitting there, not necessarily talking to you, but they can be with it for 1 second. Next thing you know, they just staring. Or their eyes can be closed and they don't do, they just out. He could have had some kind of, could have had, could have been diabetic. Blood sugar could have dropped or it could have raised. But like I said, there's nothing in the story about him having any kind of, anything like that happening. But I'm saying he could have had a seizure. Now, seizures he could have, and he probably didn't know it. Teachers probably didn't know it. Whoever, anybody in the building, quite possibly, didn't know it. Could be his first seizures. He could have been had a history of seizures and never been diagnosed or never been, noticed because they're not really big. What I'm thinking is he had a medical emergency. The teacher couldn't wake him up, couldn't revive him, couldn't get him to do anything. So because somehow he put him in his chair and probably thought it was quicker to roll him down the hall. This sweet old lady here, this grandmother here, saw the problem, ran out to help. Teacher said it couldn't wake him up, so she started poking him in the chest. Quite possibly could have been doing a sternal rub. Wouldn't wake up, and then thought, which was a bad thing, thought it'd be better to see if she could slap him in the face 2 times. The other teacher probably wasn't touching him. She grabbing him, tapping him in the chest, and then slapping him. Now, if he's having a seizure or if he's really out of it, he's not going to tense up. He's not going to brace himself. He's going to fall. Probably by the time they realized he was falling out the chair, boy hit his head because the chair's on wheels, right? So all you gotta do is just lean over a little bit for them wheels and that body weight to shift and them wheels to shift, and he on the ground before this sweet grandmother could stop him. Think she gonna catch him? Her reflexes are probably not that fast. Now, well, let me get to this. So, like I said, he said he felt her tapping in the chest. Now, I tell y'all, I work. I'm a dialysis nurse. Okay, there have been times where we have patients that will, go out, like pass out on you, lose consciousness. Let me say that. And so the typical thing is to lay them back, raise their feet up, give them saline back, and in a few seconds they usually revive. You check their blood pressure, you see their blood pressure done dropped, and so you revive them. That's part of dialysis. There have been a couple of times where they don't respond too quick. So what you do a sternal rub, which is get right here in the middle of this chest plate, get your knuckles in there, and you just rub hard as you can. That usually stimulate a person to get up. If they don't respond to that, now you are a little more, not really in a panic, but your urgency kicks up a little bit. So you get the crash cart, lay them back. I have done chest compressions on I think two patients in my time. Uh, One time I did it. The guy, like I said, he wouldn't, like I said, he wasn't revived. He wouldn't respond. You know what I'm saying? He went out, we laid him back, gave him saline. It was like couple people around. He wouldn't respond. When got so crash cart, start doing some resuscitation methods, stuff. And I had to do chest compressions on him. And while I'm doing these chest compressions, I could feel them ribs crack. Cause they say if you ain't cracking ribs, you ain't doing it right. Okay. The dude, but I can hear but okay, the dude eventually, what I'm saying, he's revived, this and the third. Call the ambulance to take him out, this and the third. Man comes back and said that he felt he felt everything that was being done. He said he could feel it. He said he was okay. We didn't see that. His eyes were closed. He wasn't doing anything. The man was out. We done sternal rubbed him. I kept sternal rubbing him. We done like slapped him in the face a little bit, not hard, but just enough. Laid him back. He was not saying nothing. So we put a pad, you call it a board under his back, and I'm doing chest compression like a soldier. He came back and said, "Man, my chest is hurting." You know what I'm saying? And everything, my chest still hurting. Come to find out, I don't know if he went and checked out if he had cracked ribs or not, but I know for like a week or so, he was saying his chest was hurting, but he said he felt it. He just didn't see it. He don't know who did what. He just know he went out, woke up in an ambulance. So that's my point. That's why I said it's quite possible that boy was going through a medical emergency. The problem is they did not report it for two. The aunt didn't know anything about it for 2 days. That was a school problem. Because if this boy fell, hit his head, something was wrong with him. I think they also said he was at home. He slept for the next day, he slept like a whole day at home. It wasn't until like a day or two later that he told the aunt what happened. And now they went to the hospital and kind of find, I think he had a concussion or something like that. Yeah, something was wrong with him. But that's where the school messed up at. And whoever else was involved, or this sweet old lady here, that's what she messed up at, is that they did not notify. They might have didn't notify the school either, but they didn't notify the the uh the adult. But then it's possible that they probably called the numbers on file and couldn't get nobody. That happens a lot more than what you want to believe with a lot of these parents, these so-called parents and so-called legal guardians. Sometimes you just can't get a hold of them. Then what? So then, next thing you know, he hollering, he talking about his head hurt. Then they take him to the hospital. What the hell? Why ain't nobody told me? We tried. We tried. Tried to call you. You didn't answer the phone. Tried to call you in the evening. You don't answer the phone. Phone off. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get a hold of nobody. That happens too. But like I said, the issue with this story, with this sweet, sweet, dear old lady, is that, well, the slap, but again, she's probably trying to revive the dude. And three, I mean, well, slap twice. And the next thing was the parent or the guardian was not notified. So that's where the problem's going to come in with this. But anyway, like I said, it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot to unravel this. I can't wait to see what ends. I hate to see she lost her job. They gave her a couple of days to resign, which is cool. That way, she can keep her pension or whatever. But I don't think she did nothing malicious. Boy wasn't acting bad. He just something wasn't right. Something wasn't right with him, and she did what she thought was the best thing to do, and it backfired on her. And what's sad about it is you could try to help a person. You try to help revive a person, get, somebody press charges on you and try to sue you. You can, I've seen cases where people do CPR and crack ribs, save somebody's life, and then you turn around and now they're getting sued for doing the one thing that saved that person's life because ribs are cracked. So now they got extra doctor bills, and they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you'll see, I'm gonna tell you like this: you might see accidents, you might see fights, you might see somebody get shot. You can see any kind of violence, you can see any act where someone gets hurt. And bystanders, people pass by, I bet you at least one of them is CPR certified. And probably one of them is either a nurse or a doctor that'll ride by and won't stop. And you know why? Because of legal ramifications. They will. I mean, I've heard people say that. But I'm like, sure, if I see someone help somebody, but some people say, I won't, man, because if I do something and they die, you know what I'm saying? That could be my license. I could get sued. Or if I do something, I could say their life and crack ribs. Say, look at this, look it up. And I mean, just stuff that they teach you when you in certain orientations, so it happens, man. But again, just want to see what happens with this sweet, sweet grandmother here who's probably at home making tea cakes and making pound cake and some a nice pitch of tea, and who knows, just all nervous about what may happen to her. And she was just doing what she felt was right for this boy, and it was like no good deed goes unpunished. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do it around here. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you maybe a couple minutes of your day, but it means the world to us here. And hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be notified. If you would like to support us financially, you can get a super thanks, super chat, super stickers. And also, you can go to that description box. There are links there you can click on, and you can support us that way. And also, don't forget to hit that shop button where we got great products. And you can go to Marlon Morale .com where you can see more of the products that we have. All great products. You will not be disappointed. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.